Questions and theories. Now I have a few questions here. All
Yeah.
right.
You got a whole sheet of paper,
First,
bro.
I think this is the only like movie particular one. Did Amber, who is it Brie Larson? Well, not Brie Larson. Annie Brie something. What's Annie's name?
I think it's Alison Brie.
Allison Brie. There you go. Did Amber, who is played by Allison Brie, leave Greg because he didn't take the Malcolm in the Middle role, or do you think it's something else?
Probably something, yes. Actually, might have been that. Now that I'm thinking about it. Kind of wild that she would do that for a role or something, but
Because you did see
maybe.
like she was
Yeah.
really pissed off. She walked straight out of the studio when she saw that he was kind of accepting the fact that he has to shave his beard.
Yeah, maybe it's because maybe it represents that he wasn't committed. Okay.
Maybe. All right, so number 2. Now that Amber did leave Greg, we got one scene in Greg's car where we heard his new girlfriend on the phone. Based off of just her voice and how she sounded, do you think that his new girlfriend is better than his old one?
What?
Do you
Uh,
who would you rather have as your girlfriend, Amber, played by Brie Larson, or this random woman's voice who sounded really supportive?
yeah.
I mean, she sounded like a really nice person just based off the voice.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that, but I gotta go be Lawson, but just for the safety, it could be a man, but
Yeah, yeah.
could be.
Okay, so I I have some quotes here, some stuff here that I hope you can't read
I can't.
because
I'm not gonna.
I'm really hoping. So, what here do you think is real?
Oh wait,
Like
in the movie
which parts of the movie do you think is 100% real?
of the room or of the disaster artist?
Which do you think is like 100% accurate from uh Tommy Wiseau's experience in real life over to the movie?
Oh, I think the realness is probably the amount of I don't know, just everybody's disapproval of the movie and how bad it was.
Oh, 100%.
Maybe
Yeah.
the
That. Okay,
maybe the fight
let
scene.
me say something else. I'm gonna bring up two choices. You're gonna have to tell me which one is real and which one is fake.
Okay.
Choice one, do you think that they actually drove 200 miles over to the man's grave? If you remember
Yeah.
or do you believe that the Malcolm in the Middle role was actually offered to Greg?
Oh, that's so random though that I feel like it would have to be real. Like that's kind of like random, and I don't think that'd be able to make up such a like significant part of the movie.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to say it was the Malcolm in the Middle thing. I'm gonna say that was real.
That was real.
Yeah.
It was not. Now I have a quote here from Slate articles, an article from Slate from Melissa Martinelli. She, quote, says, "The real story behind the beard is not nearly as dramatic. The real Greg Sestero was reluctant to shave his beard, but it wasn't because he was promised a role on Malcolm in the Middle. In his book, Sestero says he already suspected that the room was going to be a disaster, and he liked having the beard as a disguise so that he could later disassociate himself from the movie."
Dang, that's tough.
Wow,
That's
that's
tough.
really tough. Now,
But they're friends now. I've seen videos of them. Tommy
yeah,
Wiseau and
they're definitely friends. They go around those premieres I was talking about earlier.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that is something that I wanted to say last week that I forgot to. When I talked about the cult following for The Room, I forgot to bring up these celebrities that just love The Room. Now, obviously, you have Seth Rogen and James Franco. Those two absolutely love this movie, and that's why they came out here. I think Seth Rogen probably helped out with this movie, man. Seth Rogen and James Franco are so tight that if he didn't have something to do with this, I'll be surprised. So all those people, that opening interview, that was perfect to show you just like the cult status of this. All of those comedians, all of those, even some dramatic actors. Remember that in opening interviews, each one talking about the room and how great it is, how
Yeah,
unbelievable it is. That is the cult following exacerbated throughout the celebrity atmosphere.
yeah.
All right, now I
And I
have.
heard
Go ahead.
Lin-Manuel Miranda, they were gonna have him in the opening credits.
Yeah,
But I think he was shooting La
yeah.
La Land actually. Did he direct La La Land?
What'd you say?
Wait, who directed La La Land? No, it wasn't him though. Who was it?
Who directed what?
La La Land.
La La Land. Damien Chazelle.
Okay, never mind then. Yeah. Never mind.
All right, all right. I have
Oh, it's
one.
Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins. That's what he was directing.
Oh,
That was
okay. I have one more quote here from the same article. As for the glowing, uproarious reaction that the film receives in the premiere, that's not quite what happened. At least according to Robin Paris, who played Michelle in the room and was there for the first screening. The disaster artist ends with the audience watching the film and applauding Tommy, who has made peace with the fact that this movie is a pretty terrible drama, but it has comedic value, which we can definitely agree with. In her review for EW, however, Paris recalls the laughter. Everybody was laughing. Everybody recognized this, but there was not any cheering. And notes that many people walked out of the room's premiere within the first 5 minutes. It took time for the room to become a cult classic, but it is one today.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's kind of sad
That
right
makes
there,
it
man.
better. I like
I'm
that. I like how you just gotta wait. You know what I mean? Like one day the
yeah,
vlogs. It might be not getting any views right now,
yeah.
but eventually people will see it and they'll be like, "Oh, we drunk,"
This
and
man
then
was a
they're
freaking
like,
genius.
"Idiot."
All right, now question number 4. Now, in the movie, Tommy, when meeting Greg's mom, says that he's the same age as Greg.
Oh yeah.
And based off of Tommy's Wikipedia page, he is currently 64 years old. And the room was made 17 years ago. So at the time of filming, Tommy was 47 years old. Do you think that is true or false? Because nobody really knows when Tommy was born, how old he really is. We don't have any of that, like, definitively. How old do you think? I'm bringing this back from the last podcast. Do you think that's true? Do you think he's older, maybe younger?
Sounds
47. Do you think 47 is right for no. In 2003,
when he made a room.
when he made the room, 47. Do you think that is the
Bro,
right age? And
he's
what? And before you answer, that also means that when that interaction happened with Greg's mom, he was around 44, 45, and Greg's only 19. Do you
yeah.
think that Tommy's that big of a liar?
I don't think he's lying. I think he's I think I don't know. Maybe he doesn't know how old he is. Maybe he's just maybe he's doing it for their own protection. You know.
Okay, this is gonna bring up the. Well, I'm gonna come back to this one because this is gonna go into the last question that I have. Now, question number 5. What other roles is Tommy perfect for? This is just free range. Any roles that you can think of. As of right now, have Hans Gruber in Die Hard, who is played by Al Rickman, who plays Snape. Who I didn't know this, but Al Rickman is dead, and I was so sad when I figured that out. Snape actually died in real life, so
That's old news.
I actually didn't know that. I was like
And
really sad. I just figured that out like a month ago, and I got really sad.
I remember learning that at school the day he died at lunch, and
Dang.
somebody said that. I was like, dang.
I
Go back in
remember
middle
the
school.
I remember the day Stan Lee died. I remember that one. I
Yeah.
remember some girl in class. She was like, "Yo, Stanley's dead," and the girl, somebody like right next to her, she was like, "Who is Stanley?" Like
Oh dang.
Stanley, because I think she didn't realize that she was saying Stan Lee
Oh.
rather than Stanley.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, so I have Hans Gruber in Die Hard, who I think is perfect because Hans Gruber is Eastern European and he's a villain. And even though Tommy is reluctant to say that he is truly a villain and he's perfect for a villain's role. I gotta say, I feel like he would do great in a villain's role. And
Yeah.
then,
Dracula.
well, yeah, pretty much he is the villain here. And then the sloth in Zootopia. Those two roles I think are perfect for Tommy.
I'm gonna add. I think maybe he can play Hamza in the story of Neb the Hub. He can also play. Nah, Hamza will play. I think Hamza will play him really well. No,
If he can do the accent, I mean, Hamza just needs to grow his hair out a little bit more, and he's perfect for that role. You still there? You still there?
yeah, can you?
Oh, okay, yeah, you're good now.
I really can't think of anything at the moment. But yeah, maybe just like Dracula, maybe
Oh, Dracula.
yeah,
Uh,
Frankenstein.
I don't know. I'm not sure about Frankenstein because he needs to be bigger in his frame. His frame he needs to be bigger to play Frankenstein. I feel like mannerism wise, I feel he's perfect. Just like how he talks, how he's just moving around, but he needs to be bigger physique wise.
Yeah.
Now
The
let's go
question is,
into
who could we play in a movie?
yeah, let's get into this last question now.
Uh,
And this goes back. He's supposed to be 47 years old when this movie's made. And that makes sense to me because if he's 47, that means that he had pretty much a whole life before this. And that kind of explains that 47 years old, let's say US wise, you would graduate at 18. Let's say he maybe went to college and I don't know, he starts his like life at maybe 23. That gives him 14 years to actually that explains something because I still have no idea where the fuck he's getting the money from.
bro.
Where is this money coming from? Because he pretty much pulls $6 million out of his ass. And
Yeah, and it said there was more.
the banker said that his bank account is pretty much a bottomless pit, which pretty much means you know what a bottomless pit is, right? It just keeps going down and down and down and it's there forever. And I want to know where this money's coming from. And even though I have two explanations, two possibilities. One is that first of all, he had, if he is 47, 14 years between, like maybe if he did graduate from college up until he meets Greg. I think that kind of gives us some room. I can see him getting maybe a nice fortune. Maybe he won the lottery. Maybe he's a rich banker, a businessman in Eastern Europe. Maybe he actually did live in New Orleans and he was like a drug dealer or something. I don't know, but that gives us 14 years to see where he can get possibly 10, $20 million from, right? Even though that's no joke, that's a large sum of money, but it makes sense. He can get it. But or like the guy who wrote the book for the disaster artist said, this guy's an actual alien.
Yeah.
And him being an alien truly explains his accent, his choice of New Orleans as the place where he came from, despite the accent. Because New Orleans just sounds like somewhere that if an alien comes down and then they're like they Google something or they open a book and then they're like New Orleans, that's the city I'm going to choose there. And then what else? His clothing. Who the heck dresses that way? His demeanor overall, just the way that he's so I like him because
Yeah.
he's a truly inspiring guy. The way that he doesn't really care what other people think, but no human is truly that way. Well, of course there are a few, but I mean, I think it's more fitting that he's an alien.
Yeah. I don't know. I have three hypotheses myself.
Go ahead.
Number one is that you know how he said he got into a car accident? He probably got like hit by like a rich, maybe billionaire or millionaire, and he just gets like compensation for the accident. That's that's realistic.
Big brain Nebi, big brain Nebi.
Sure.
All right.
Detective.
Number
I
two.
My other hypothesis was that he was a Russian oligarch, and he came to the
He,
U.S.
he's supposed to be from Poland, and
Oh,
assuming this like in the 90s, this is right around the time where the USSR fell apart when he saying that he left in like 91 because he has this
oh,
apartment, he has all this stuff. He left in 91 and he, as the Russian government is falling apart, he flees. He brings all his money with him. Maybe he's not
Yeah.
even maybe he's like a lower down in the Russian oligarchy, and he just steals all the money and he just pulls up he's like F you Soviet Union, and he pulls up and he lives. He had to live in New Orleans for like a year or two, and then he
Yeah.
probably
So
like
yeah.
I feel like he did something in New Orleans that really let him get some more money, smuggled in some stuff. He did something, got the money, and then he pulled out.
Yeah. For sure.
What's your
The
third?
last hypothesis though is that he invested in Bitcoin at an early age. No one, everybody doubted him, but the investment paid off.
Amen. Maybe it did. Maybe it did. Now, those are our questions. Go ahead. Put down your answers. If you have like definitive answers, if you are Tommy Wiseau, please call me up because I would like to have you on the podcast. But man, comment down below, what the heck is happening here? Where is this money coming from? Is he actually 64 right now? Is he 80? Is he 20? Is he 19 actually? I don't know. We're going to have to figure this out. Is he an alien? Did he
Oh, dude.
just kill somebody to get this money? Man, we're gonna have to figure this stuff out, man.
Yo, if you can get to Tommy Wiseau, this is a challenge for the viewers. I know one of you has to at least know somebody else who can get us in contact with Tommy Wiseau, bro.
You know,
Some of them.
I always think about this like every other week or so. I'm like, everybody in the world knows in some way, in one way or another, everybody else in the world.
Exactly. It's
So,
called 6 degrees of separation.
yeah, if we just contact every single person you know and then tell them to contact every other person they know, and then just go from there on telling everybody to contact Tommy Wiseau, or put out there on their social media, Tommy Wiseau joined the podcast. You do that, we've all some way gotten to Tommy Wiseau.
Exactly. But no
I
one
mean,
wants to really do it though. But you
yeah,
gotta have
nobody
an
wants to do it.
incentive. You gotta be like $50 if you do it,
uh
and
yeah,
then you're
yeah,
at Tommy Wiseau for
you
fifty
guys, if
dollars.
you guys do that, give me $50 and I'll pay you 25. It's perfect.
Oh, genius! Yeah.
All right, now let's move on to Best Actor. I have a few nominees here, and this one is much more serious because there was actual good acting here. First, I have Seth Rogen, who plays Sandy Schlickler, the script supervisor. And then, just for this minor role, I gotta bring it up again. The gunman Dan, played by Zac Efron, who I think, once again, that was like the one scene that I just absolutely loved in The Room, and I think this guy did even better than the actual actor. I actually gotta say, a lot of the actors here I think did better, like acting wise, obviously, and just like better scenes overall than the actual Room. Like the
Yeah.
retellings of them, I could barely tell the difference, but just maybe it's the digital enhancements that makes it look better and makes it seem a bit better. And then James Franco as Tommy, as Johnny, Dave Franco as Greg, or I have Jason Monsecut and Hannibal Buress as the salesman. Once again, I'm going to run through them. Seth Rogen, Zac Efron, James Franco, Dave Franco, and then Jason Monsecut and Hannibal Buress as the salesman. Who do you think is the best actor?
Yo, I don't know. I don't want to give it to Seth Rogen because he's almost acting like himself a little bit. You know, he doesn't have much of a challenge. No cap.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Actually, I saw Jobs,
I'm not
or
saying he's
is it
bad.
Steve Jobs? Steve Jobs. I saw
Yeah,
that a few weeks ago, and Seth Rogen's actually in there, and he does a really, really good job in that.
yeah,
Like unexpectedly good job because he's not playing himself. Usually in movies, he really is just playing himself. Like no matter where you are, Seth Rogen's just being Seth Rogen.
yeah.
So seeing him in that and then seeing him here, I just had to put him in because Seth Rogen as a character is just such a vibe. He's just such a chill character that he's, even if he is playing himself, you gotta at least give him a nod.
What was saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just such a vibe. All right, I actually want to throw in two more because I just realized all of these are dudes. I want to throw in
Oh shoot.
Allison Brie
Yeah.
and the actress who played the mom.
Oh yeah.
I feel
And she
she did a
fainted.
really good job. The woman that fainted, she did a pretty good job, and she had like uh maybe not the most inspiring line, but she had a really nice line in there that she's just talking about how you're an actor. It's your job.
Oh yeah,
A day on any bad set is better than a
yeah.
day in anywhere else. And
Better
that
than
was
best day
nah,
anyway.
yeah, nice to hear that.
Yeah,
It's like no matter who you are, even if you're not trying to become an actor, that line right there, um, it's just like a day doing what you love is better than a day doing what you don't love. So, uh, that's that was a really good line there. She had great execution, and the freaking breast cancer, it never comes back again in that movie.
yeah. Yeah, wait. Did she faint in real life? The character who played her?
I believe so. For the most part, what I could find were those two things that I brought up in the quotes. Those are the two biggest things that didn't actually translate word for word or like from real life to the movie. So
Oh,
from those seven, actress wise, we'll go for actress and actor. Actress, who do you think did better, Allison Brie or the mom? Or I'll also throw in whoever the woman that played Lisa, because
who's
she
this?
did a pretty the Johnny's girlfriend.
His girlfriend. She had a girlfriend.
No, no, not like Tommy, Johnny in the room. Remember Johnny, and then the girl that cheated on him,
Oh,
Lisa. Yeah,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
she did a really good job. And like you said earlier, when we were talking about acting, it just felt like maybe it's because some of these people just aren't as popular as much of the actors. Uh, I just they just took on the role of these characters, and I just can't see them being anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm remembering like the scene with her. That was kind of. She was so willing to act.
yeah,
Kind of. Well, but. So the best out of those three women.
yeah. Let's go with the best out of those three. I'll go with the mom because I
Yeah.
feel like she had a much more fitting dramatic role than the other two. Brie Larson, not Brie Larson, Allison Brie, she she was pretty good, obviously, but she just fell into like that stereotypical girlfriend role, and she didn't do anything special with the role per se.
Yeah.
Uh,
I agree with you with the mother. Yeah.
all right, now best actor though: Seth Rogen, Zac Efron, James Franco, Dave Franco, and the two guys who were playing the salesman, Hannibal Buress and Jason.
Okay, that's kind of challenging. That's a challenging one. But I have to give it to James Franco, but I have to. I don't have a choice.
Yeah, I said this earlier where I much more liked Dave Franco's character Greg, and I like what Dave Franco did with the character. But James Franco just it's just once again more variety. It had me hating him at points. It had me really feeling for him. Feel he just had a much wider array of emotions that he relayed upon me. So I'm gonna also have to go with James Franco. Now, the best scene I have two, two reenactments. The gunman scene reenactment with Zac Efron, who I think he just takes over those like 2 or 3 minutes that he was on screen, even though I didn't even know that it was him. And I didn't even figure out it was him until at the very end at the screening. Or Oh Hi Mark, the Oh Hi Mark reenactment, which
Yeah,
I once again that the fact that now I know it took this guy about 50,000 tries to actually get that down, and
yeah,
how the water bottle happened and how all that happened, it makes the scene itself in the room so much funnier, and I'm so much more excited to go back to that. And I feel like I'm just gonna feel so much more emotions and just laugh so much more knowing what happened to that scene and how
yeah,
much effort it took. And then we have the post credits, which I might have to give this more thought, but I'm really just sitting here thinking that that's the greatest post credit scene I've ever seen, man.
I don't know about
And
that.
and then you have two restaurant scenes. The first restaurant scene with Tommy going up to the producer and then reading out Hamlet, or I think it was Macbeth, reading out like a few acts of that. Great dramatic performance there. And then the second one, this one just made me feel so good when Greg got the role for Malcolm in the Middle, just because his girlfriend knew the character, and it just like encapsulates the role, the fact that you need to know people to make it, and it really helped out there. That just made
There's
me
another
feel
one.
good. Oh yeah,
Remember when
yeah,
they
throw
were
one.
having a meeting and they were eating a pizza, and then he was like, "Let's act
Oh,
right now," and he
oh
was dead.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. We'll throw that one into, and one more. I'm gonna throw in the really emotional scene where Tommy says that Greg has to shave his beard. And then one more, I know I'm throwing in a lot here because there's so many great scenes. This one once again with the emotion. Either one of the scenes where Tommy's crew is just like fighting with him, where it's just the emotion gets so high there, where we start to see once again how I talked about how people started quitting on Tommy. We start to see that where his crew started to quit on him, where we got to see a lot more of that. So of those 8 or 9, me, I'm gonna have to go with I gotta go with the post credit, man. I gotta go with the post credits because
Dang, I wasn't expecting that.
I have to. And if I'm not going with that, if I'm not going with the post credits, I don't want to go with the reenactments because it's just I just don't want to really. I'm gonna go with the restaurant scene with Tommy going up to the producer and reading out a few lines of Macbeth and then getting kicked out and then all of that happening.
Yeah,
It's so funny. It's makes me. I think that's the first time where I really felt bad for Tommy, and when he got told that he can't act, and the guy's like, just like, "Oh, you're not gonna make it here. It's a 1 in a million shot, even if you have the talents of Marlon Brando." It's really emotional that way, and it's really funny. So I gotta go with that one.
I'm gonna have to give it to Tommy. Tommy Wiseau when he dang, I don't even know. I wanna maybe add one when they were doing the I mean, obviously, hey, there's so many good ones, but I'm gonna give it to the water bottle one just as a safe pick.
Okay,
I,
okay.
I know there's like,
It's a good pick. I don't think there are no wrong picks here. This
yeah,
is one of those movies that just flows so well. Every scene goes into the next, and it's kind of hard to differentiate. But uh, those two that I said just really kind of stood out from the rest. Now, for best quote, we have first quote. We have 6 quotes here, and as always, if you have anything that I missed, go ahead throw them in. The first one is when Tommy was at an
so my
audition.
battery's at 1%.
Do you think you could switch or something so we can just quit and finish? This is the last part.
Yeah, I can transfer to this one.
All right, Jamie, when you're ready.
All right. Oh, same code, right?
Yeah, same thing.
Oh, I don't have it on this phone though.
You don't have
I
Zoom?
gotta download it. Well, there might be another phone because this phone is low on storage. Hold up.
All
One
right.
second. Let me. Oh, maybe I can just turn my thing off for a little bit. Is that all right?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
All right. I think the battery should be safe. It'll
Okay.
probably get.
All right.
You can go ahead.
So for best quote, we have at the audition. Can we just take it again? Try to lose the accent, and then Tommy replying. This is more of a interaction than a quote per se. And a lot of these are that way, where he's just like, "I'm from New Orleans," and it's like, "Where?" And it's like, the bio, New Orleans. And then she finally realizes, "Oh, New Orleans." I couldn't tell. And just the way that Tommy says that, every single time that Tommy says he's from New Orleans, pretty much counts there. And then the interaction with Greg's mother, where he's just like, "How old are you?" "Don't worry, I'm Greg's age." "You're 19." "Yeah, I just turned it." Wait, sorry, dang it. I messed up. Okay, so his mom's just like, how old are you? Wait, how old are you? "Don't worry, I'm Greg's age." "You're 19?" "Yeah, I just turned 14." Oh, damn it, I keep messing up. Okay.
Yeah.
He's just like, "How old are you?" "Don't worry." When damn it. I switched the rules. She's like, "How old are you?" "Don't worry, I'm Greg's age." "You're 19?" "Yeah, I just turned 14." And then this guy Tommy just responds with, "Yeah, happy birthday." And then he just
Oh
drives
yeah, that
away,
was
drives away, and then while they're driving away, she's like, "Yo, mama, crazy man," and then they just leave. Uh, the fourth one is Babyface. Just that Babyface, and once again, just every time it recurs. The fifth one is after all the suspense and all the build up to this, I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. That one. And then this sixth one is one that luckily I found on the internet as I was just doing stuff because I didn't realize this. He's sitting down reading through scripts. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, hi, Greg. Just that one. So, of those six, once again, can we just take it again? Try to lose the accent. I'm not from New Orleans. Where the Bayou? Oh, New Orleans. How old are you? Don't worry, I'm Greg's age. You're 19. Yeah, I just turned 14. Yeah, happy birthday. Babyface. I did not hit her all the way up to oh hi Mark. Oh hi Mark. Oh hi Mark. Oh hi Greg. Those are the six. If you have anything to throw in, go ahead. Which do you think is the best quote?
out of those six, I'm gonna have to give it to the birthday one.
The birthday. I'm
That
gonna
one,
go
that
with
one was hilarious when I watched
I,
it.
I just gotta go with the New Orleans man. It's a
Yeah.
close tie. It's a close second is Babyface, but New Orleans every time he brings that up, it's crazy. Now the Disaster Artist. This is a tough question because as the Disaster Artist is a good movie and with The Room is a bad movie. Which do you think is better?
As a bad movie for
No. The Disaster Artist as a good movie, and then The Room as a bad one.
yo.
Because that's
Uh,
like really tough, and I'm gonna cop out by saying they're equal, because I feel like the Disaster Artist is like, well, no, I'm not gonna say they're equal. I'm gonna say The Room is a better bad movie because I can rarely recite any movie that's worse and such enjoyable as that one. Whereas the Disaster Artist, I can definitely say there are movies that are better than it.
yeah, but The Room is the best bad movie for sure.
Yeah, but
So
that's
it's already
nothing
yeah,
against the Disaster Artist. Uh, as you can see, 7.6 out of 10. That's our highest so far. And I think a lot of movies are gonna have a tough time meeting up with this. Now, to end off, let's go ahead. I would 190% recommend anybody to watch this. And rewatchability wise, I feel that The Room and The Disaster Artist are like an unconventional rewatchability back to back where you watch The Room and then you watch The Disaster Artist. However, I think that The Room is more rewatchable just because of how bad funny it is.
I agree.
All right.
I,
So,
I definitely would want to watch. I mean, yeah, yeah. I would want to watch the Room more with the boys than the Disaster Artist, man.
all right,
That's how,
any closing remarks before we leave for the week?
man. This whole experience, I entered a new world, a new cult about something I'd never seen, something I had the lowest expectations for. I thought it would waste my time, but this was a great use of my time. And it's so strange, like learning that these things exist and you had no idea, and then like now your whole world is expands. So it's very enjoyable experience. Yes, very
Yeah,
much indeed.
really, really enjoyable now. Thanks so much for watching. Pay attention. Next week, me, Nebi, Hamza's return, and two special guests are gonna be
Oh
in the
shoot.
podcast for GOAT comedies, our top 5 comedies of all time. Be on the lookout for that. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.